No way. What is up, guys? JD here. Got a review for you. Let's get into it. I am excited to check this out. It is a new model from Kubey. I know the Latin in me here looking at this name, and I'm probably going to have to look at it as I say it. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, guys. Help me out in the comments, okay? We're going to be taking a look at the Kubey Verijero. No, I'm saying it wrong. I know the Latin in me wants to pronounce every part of that wrong. What we have here is a very interesting model. We got all titanium hardware, scales, pocket clip, and 14C28N. It's an interesting one. Let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some size comparisons for the profile, weigh the knife, cut with it, and then we'll jump into my thoughts and impressions. This one is more of a medium-sized EDC, so we're going to bring out the Devo Knives Growler V2, which is another medium-sized EDC in my book, and then we'll bring out the Civivi Amorite. And the Amorite, I think, will help more to the point that I consider this more that medium-sized EDC. It's going to be something that you are going to be able to get a hand-filling grip out of, but it is going to be a little bit smaller than some full-size knives. So let me go ahead and move the Amorite out of the way. We'll go ahead and bring that Shaman over here, and you'll see with the full-size Shaman, it is looking a little bit smaller. We'll keep the Growler V2 nearby for the profile, and we'll bring out the Para 3 lightweight. These two also represent the Rat 1 and Rat 2 as far as sizes. They're identical to those sizes there. So definitely more medium-sized EDC. Let me go ahead and move the Shaman out of the way. We'll go ahead and close up the Verijero, and we'll do the profile thickness here. You have a very similar thickness there to that Growler V2, and let's just check against the Para 3 lightweight, and yeah, I'm just going to call those even. They look pretty comparable, guys. How about in the pocket folded up? Yep, very, very similar. Probably a little bit thinner than both of the other two on the table, but as far as your depth here, it's got a very Chris Reeve knife-esque style pocket clip on there, which I thought was a very interesting take. I kind of like it. I don't hate it. It is still going to be, fairly deep into the pocket. Not much going to be left out at all. But let's see what the 14C28N and titanium come in at on the scale. So coming in at under 4 ounces. Not bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and kick it down to the table. Just do a little light cutting with this pass round knife. All right, down in the garage, we do have the Kubey. This is coming via the pass round. So this is just really to get an idea of what it's going to feel like and a little bit of the factory edge and geometry on here. It's very comfortable, like right out the gate, very comfortable. Seems like the 14C28N has a good edge on it. I will strap this up before I send it on to the next reviewer. Just a couple quick little passes through the cardboard. Nice bite, really thin behind the edge. Very comfortable, guys, very comfortable. We'll do a little draw cut here. Yeah, not quite enough on the roll. Very good acute tip. Very nice. And then let's just check real quick. I know not a huge cut test, but let's just see. Nice. Very good. About what I would expect. Which reminds me, shout out to Kevin. Thanks, Lefty. We appreciate the opportunity to check this one out. It is a very cool model from Kubey for sure. Ergonomically, I mean, guys, it's very... Trying to think of what it reminds me of with the cutout here. I want to say very cubist style. A little bit of Vero in there maybe, I feel like, as far as how this is done. Very, very comfortable ergos. Very well knocked down well, chamfered well. Even the way the pocket clip is done here feels very comfortable in the hand. So I really do think Ergonomically, it's very comfortable. It felt very comfortable with the little bit of sample cutting that I did, and while I've been holding it in hand, it doesn't look like the relief cut is going to be much there, but it actually works pretty well. I'm able to get in there easily. It catches just off the thumb, which is a good thing for someone with larger hands like myself. You're able to easily get in and lift, and you're able to do the slide and close as well. Good tolerances on here. It is not a guillotine, but it is very glassy on the close, very smooth. I really do like that a lot. The front flipper has excellent jimping on it, very grippy, can't miss it. It does wrap one, I think that's one, might be actually where the stop pin's hitting, but I have not missed with it, so no issues there. The access is a little tight for the reverse flick for me, but I'm able to get the bite that I need, no issues. And the thumb flick on here is really good too. So I feel like all the means of the deployment on here work. The detent feels nice and crisp. The action on here is very smooth. Knife came centered. Good lockup on that frame lock. You're looking at about 45% lockup. You got definitely ceramic bearings in here riding on. Did he replace these? Let's see here. Did he put skiffs in here? I think he put skiffs in here. If they're not skiffs, they're stamped, but they're very dark in color, which makes me think that he skiffed these. So it is smooth, and most Kubeys are smooth, but I have a feeling we got some skiffs in here. So keep that in mind with the action. Nice thin blade, beautiful belt satin finish. I think this looks good, guys. I think that's a nice looking belt satin finish on there. Got a nice edge on it as well. Now I know recently I did mention with 14C28N, I was a little disappointed in the performance against some of its peers like 154cm and VG10. Didn't hold the edge as well, but it did still want to cut and it did want to try to slice. It just had the imperfections from the cardboard in there, and cardboard is a very harsh material to cut with it. Now the price is interesting. I'm going to go over here because on Kubey's website they list this at $148, which I think is a little high, if I'm being honest, for 14C28N and titanium, because you can get S35VN and titanium on the Kaiser Militao for $159. So it's $10 more for a far superior blade steel, but I'm looking to see if by chance they have it on any of the other websites. Let's see here. It actually is on White Mountain Knives. I hadn't made it down far enough there. That's more like it. $118.40 on White Mountain Knives, and JD for EDC will save you 10% on that. So just over $100 makes this a much easier recommendation. My alternative recommendation is actually going to continue to be the Kaiser Militao in this particular instance. I don't have the standard version. I'm carrying the S45 ENDLC version on here, but for $159, and if it comes in at stock at White Mountain Knives, you get 10% off. But they do have the 154cm dealer exclusive variants that are supposed to be releasing in April of 2024 of this Kaiser Militao, which I think would make it a very compelling argument because it's only $10 more to start, and you still get the 10% off of there for JD for EDC if you use that code at checkout for the Militao. So really compelling alternative. Neither one in stock at the moment of this recording, but that could change by the time the video gets published and or by the time it's being watched by you in the future. I really like this model. It's very well made. I love the design on it. The multiple means of deployment worked very good, and they did a very nice job with the finishes on here. So all in all, I like this one. It's a very solid offering. What do you think of the Verijero, if I'm saying that right? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching to this point of the video. It does help the algorithm when you do that, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Check your notification bells to make sure you don't miss alerts for future videos. And a special thank you To those channel members out there, guys, that extra support from you goes a really long way, and I do appreciate it. I hope all of you have a fantastic week, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.